Hey everyone, what's up? My name is Jessica Whitaker. I'm a photographer based out of Seattle, Washington, and in today's video, I'm going to be answering the question that generations have just been asking themselves, and that would be, what do I wear in my portraits, specifically senior portraits, but you can use these tips for any set of portraits, family, anything with a human. This video is going to be helpful whether you are a photographer and your client's coming to you like, SOS, what to wear, help me please. You will be able to give them some ideas and some suggestions, or just send them this video altogether. Hey! Or you are the senior or the individual who's getting their photo taken. You are just wondering, what the heck do I wear? So the first and the most important trick of all would be, number one, to subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can get more video updates. I'm doing a huge, big, gigantic photography series, and you do not want to miss any tip, any trick, any behind the scenes moment. Hey, subscribe. Okay, so the most important trick for real would be the, how do I speak English? Okay, but for real, when it comes to what should I wear, the thing that's gonna look the best on camera is whatever outfit makes you feel the best inside and out, you know what I'm saying? As long as you're confident, the camera's gonna work. Now there are a couple things that you should stay away from. The only thing that comes to mind, maybe I should have like planned this out beforehand, are really thin stripes. Those just don't really register well on a computer screen or like iPhone screen. There are a ton of rules and like regulations about what you should wear, what you shouldn't wear, not to wear white, not to wear black, not to wear big patterns, all this stuff. But in my opinion, I don't really think any of that is very relevant. There is some truth to some of the rules, but if you're working with a talented photographer, those should be no problem. A couple tips and tricks I do have for you when it comes to just enhancing the photo itself would be these three ones. Let's transition. So number one would be, if you're a girl or a boy, do your thing. Pick up a pair of false eyelashes from the drugstore. You can get some for $5. I love these things. I really like them. They enhance the photo. They really will open up your eyes, because the thing is, whether or not your eyelashes are naturally long and thick and you have mascara on them and they look great in real life, the camera is just not going to really register that to the full potential that they are in real life. When you take a selfie, they might be good, but like on a DSLR, like it's not going to pick up as much. So get yourself a pair of false lashes. They're really fun. They're cheap. They're good investment. You can reuse them like 17 times. Don't do that, but one time I did use a pair that I got for my senior homecoming in 2012 for like a year and a half. You know, got an infection, got some pink eye, still look good though, just filtered that out. The next thing would be to, whether this is for guys and girls, every human all the time, have clean nails. So make sure that there's no dirt under your nails, that you don't have a lot of scrapes or anything, no band-aids, no nasty stuff like that. Make sure that they're clipped. If you are a girl or a guy, get a manicure. If you would like to, I suggest like a baby pink color, or even a color that coordinates with your outfit itself. I really like the way that white nails look. It just looks really clean and fresh, and I think it's kind of timeless, but in like a unique way. But just get yourself a manicure and make it look really nice, because the thing is, the photographer is probably gonna have you do some poses with your hands, and that means you're also going to double as a hand model. So just think about that. My other tip would be to accessorize. Wear a hat if you're into floppy hats, or a nice wool one, but make sure that you take a lint roller before, especially if it's black, because I cannot tell you how many times I see portraits of girls with a cute black floppy hat on, but then there's this kind of this lint over top, this cat hair that's white that you might not notice, but on camera it's gonna pick up. Okay, so another important thing to take into consideration when you're about to get your portraits taken, when you're deciding what to wear, would be that most of your photos, the majority, are not going to be full body shots. They're going to be torso, or even from the chest up, like a headshot. So with that being said, I would discourage you from wearing like a strapless dress, because not that like, oh, you're gonna look naked, that's so immodest. It's more that you're not really taking advantage of that real estate. All of this, you can put so much detail, some cute elements, really style nicely. For instance, for the girls, if you're doing a really wide v-neck romper, add a little like Free People or whatever lace bralette with a halter. That's just gonna add a little bit of detail, put some necklaces on there instead of just doing a romper with a deep V, because up close you're just gonna see skin. And I'm not saying because, oh, it's so immodest or anything, I'm just saying that's prime real estate for really showing your personal style. Now here's one tip for when it comes to families. I'm kind of jumping ahead here. Just make sure that everything coordinates. You don't have to be matchy like everyone in plaid. I would suggest just coordinating everything in a nice neutral palette or whatever. You don't have to be matchy with all white shirts or anything like that. Just kind of mix it up. Show your family's personal style. It's really not that big of a deal too. This is not Vogue. This is your family. This is your life and your personal style. So wear whatever feels the most natural for you and your family members. It's going on your wall, but it's not going on the walls at Vogue. So it's not that big a deal to all be like super sharp and something that you're not if you're not that kind of style. I hope that makes sense. And the same goes for seniors. Be yourself, play ya. Especially in senior portraits, those are supposed to like capture you at the stage of life and you in your fullness. Don't try to be something you're not in those, or don't, you know, let somebody else bully you into looking way different, like way more formal than you actually are. While I think formal photos are great and stuff, I think that sometimes they can get a little bit cheesy a little bit quick. When it comes to guys, a couple tips that I would have would be number one, making sure that your shirt, specifically if your mom is making you wear a dress shirt to your senior photos, make sure that it fits, that it's not too big, that the seam of the shoulder seam goes right at the crest of your, I think that's a term, goes right at the edge of your shoulder, that's not going over or in, that it fits really well in the sleeves, especially if the photographer is going to have you like cross your arms. You don't want to have all this fabric just bunching up and everything. I would avoid anything with a ton of graphic lettering, especially if it's like an Aeropostale shirt or American Eagle shirt that has like, you know, the applique letters. That's not going to be, how do I say it, very 2016 of you. I would just suggest sticking to something solid or pattern. Also, getting a haircut, just kind of trimming it up would be good right before your senior portrait. Even 3 days beforehand, I think would be great. Just make yourself look sharp. Even if your hair isn't like, oh, I'm so Elvis, so proper, hand me a glass of whiskey, madame lady. Hey, cheerio. Just go into the hairdresser like you normally do, but do it before your senior photo. You know what I mean? Overall though, be yourself, wear whatever the F you want. There's no rules, no regulations. Even the stripe thing, we can let that pass. And I hope that these tips helped you out in some way. I know that it's not like, here's a formula for exactly like what to wear, but guess what? There is no formula in my opinion. I think that you should wear whatever you feel confident in, because that's what's gonna make the photo look amazing, is if you feel and you know you look good, the photo's gonna look good. So be sure to subscribe if you're not already. Follow me over on my Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, my Snapchat, which my Snapchat is my favorite way for communicating with you guys. I love it so much. And with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.